Did you know that the KGB politicized the Palestinian identity as part of a Cold War propaganda tactic against Israel? And it led to just about every buzzword accusation you hear today. In the early 1900s, before Israel's establishment, the term Palestinian primarily referred to the local Jews and their institutions. For example, the Palestine Post newspaper in 1932, books on Palestinian folk songs and folk tales, and the Palestinian Philharmonic Orchestra founded in 1936, all related to the Jewish people living there. Now, in its early years, Israel wasn't automatically in America's camp. The new state leaned socialist, and its first big arms deal came not from Washington, but from Czechoslovakia, a Soviet bloc country. At first, Moscow even hoped Israel might become a communist ally, but the politics of the region flipped those expectations. After Israel's shocking victory in the Six-Day War over Soviet-backed Arab armies, Israel turned firmly toward the West, and at this point, Moscow flipped the script. The KGB launched Operation SIG to erase Jewish history in the land and foster a nascent Palestinian society. Why? Because inside the USSR, anti-Semitism was already systemic. Jews were distrusted as a potential fifth column, and in the wider Cold War, the Soviets could weaponize that hatred and fight Israel as a proxy for fighting the West by erasing Jewish history and politicizing a new Arab-Palestinian identity. SIG was the KGB's abbreviation for Sionistskiye Gasudarstva, which literally means Zionist governments or Zionist states. The KGB helped create and shape the early PLO in 1964, fostering activists who would later become its leadership. The founding charter, drafted with heavy Soviet guidance, didn't even claim the West Bank or Gaza for Palestine. It demanded that Israel's territory be handed over to a new Moscow-backed movement. Its 422-member council included Arab elites, lawyers, journalists, political operatives, chosen for alignment with Soviet ideology. The KGB wasn't building a people's movement, it was guiding a proxy. In comes Yasser Arafat, born in Cairo, not Jerusalem. The KGB recruited Arafat to be an agent, and according to Ion Pacepa, the highest-ranking intelligence officer from the Soviet bloc to ever defect to the West, the KGB trained Arafat and even replaced his Cairo birth records with forged papers claiming a Jerusalem birth. Mahmoud Abbas? Soviet archives list his codename, Krotov, agent of the KGB. The KGB pumped out Arabic translations of the protocols of the Elders of Zion, distributed films and posters portraying Jews as Nazis, and deployed 4,000 Soviet-trained agents of influence to spread anti-Semitic lies throughout the Arab world. Even senior PLO leaders admitted it. Zohar Mohsen said in 1977, the Palestinian people do not exist, and only for political and tactical reasons do we say so. The idea of a Palestinian nation was not ancient history. It was Soviet disinformation. Fun fact, the word disinformation itself was actually coined by Joseph Stalin, and arguably the goal hasn't been two states living peacefully side by side, but one replacing the other. And we're still living with the consequences today.